This module is called Now What? And I think it's very important to realize that we're going to pause for a moment and really kind of capture our thoughts as to what it is you would like to do in this next step of your career and employment. For this process, one of the things that we want to do is, first of all, document the related experience, education, and certifications that you have that you're bringing to the employer. And what we want to do is really consider the various things that you may have explored over the last number of years to get the experience and credentials that you have today. Now, with this, one of the things that I want you to then consider is what position would ideally be that next step in your career. Rather than just finding another job, what we want you to do is identify the position that you're looking for, the industry you would like to work in, the earning that you would like to make. How much would you like to be paid for this specific position? As you go through identifying each of these things, they'll provide the clarity you need to identify which positions to apply for. Otherwise, you're just grasping at anything and everything that actually appears in the job boards, and we definitely don't want that. The other thing we're trying to avoid, as people become aware of you're looking for new employment, offers may come from friends and family to take on various roles, and they may be appealing, but do they actually help you achieve your long-term objectives? Therefore, what I want to encourage you to do is identify your experience, your past education and credentials, and look at this ideal job or position based on the particular title that you're looking for, the compensation that you expect, and so forth. Now, one of the things that I find is very helpful in this process, especially trying to determine what type of income you could anticipate in a particular position, is looking at a salary guide. And there are numerous salary guides out there. The government actually puts out basically listings of what each position should be paying. But there's another one provided by Robert Half International that is even broken out at a regional level and such that complements what you may be finding in the government listings. And it's understanding what each position will pay that will actually help you later on when it comes to negotiating your position to actually get paid what you're worth. So one of the things that I want you to do is take a moment and go to the government website, and it's here that you'll actually find what positions are growing, where the opportunities are within certain industries and so forth. But the average pay is going to be critical because that's going to be complementary to what you need to know in order to apply for and get paid what you're worth. Now, with this, there are a number of things that I want you to understand that as you're preparing mentally for this process, you need to answer very clearly specific questions, such as, what do you do during a typical workday? You need to consider what that position would entail, and could you actually perform those functions? If you were to get this particular position, would you like the work? Why or why not? What are you looking for? One of the common things that I actually explore is, are you looking for a position that is independent, where you work by yourself and you're autonomous and responsible for specific things? Or do you work better in a team environment, someplace where you're actually collaborating with other individuals to accomplish a goal? These things will actually help you determine, do you want to work for a small company or a larger corporation? In these situations, you're going to find that these questions help you prepare to know where you're going to be happiest. Now, one of the things that I also want to encourage you to ask is, how is it different from what you expected when you look at the job description to what it is you have experienced in your past? Is this, for example, a position that is going to be new to you? And is it going to be something that's going to be a challenge? Or is it something you're already comfortable with and have experience doing? One of the things that I also feel is important is to consider the influence that you bring into the position. Have you a great deal of credibility in your past employment, that you actually have connections and opportunities to introduce individuals to new people? Are you actually someone critical within an organization that you could be influential inside and outside of that company? Now, one of the things that I want you to reflect on is also your career objectives. Remember, we have short-term goals that we're trying to meet, just getting you employed and paid, but long-term, is that position position that you're considering taking going to actually help you in your long-term career goals? Now, all these things are very important to you, so take a moment and consider these things and write down what is it that you have experience doing and would look forward to do, and where you would actually find that you would excel in a small organization where you're autonomous and you have the ability to work independently, or in a larger institution where you're part of a department or a team of individuals working in a specific task. Knowing that, where you're going to be happiest and most successful will help you clarify what positions you're striving to actually find interviews for. Now, with this in mind, with this clarity, you're going to begin the employment process of finding these positions and applying to them. So this has been the preparatory work to actually put you in a position to now filter out all the positions that may be available to find the right one for you. So with this in mind, remember again, accounting success is universal. Take care.